Yogastha kuru karmani Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva Samatvam yoga uchyate Yogastha kuru karmani. Being steadfast in the yoga, perform action. O Dhananjaya. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. Remaining equanimous to success and failure. Sangam tyaktva. Dropping the attachment. Remaining equanimous to both success and failure. Perform your action, being steadfast in the yoga. Yoga, union with the divine. Samatvam yoga uchyate. This kind of equilibrium of mind itself is called as yoga. Why? Because the moment the mind sits on the seesaw of what is that? Success and failure, it loses its steadiness. Remain steady. Why do you keep disbalancing yourself all the time in worries and anxieties and in good and bad and likes and dislikes? Remain steady. All this is a part of life. Take it as it comes. You remain well steady in yourself. This yoga is important. Yogastha kuru karmani. But how can I do that? Because I am attached. So therefore Bhagavan says, Sangam tyaktva. Detaching yourself. If you get attached, definitely you will be dancing along with the world's ups and downs. But if you detach yourself, you won't. Example, the reflection of the sun in the bucket of water. Little bit the water shakes and the reflection of the sun also starts shaking, breaking, etc. What happened to the sun? Nothing happened to the sun. Remain as steady as that sun. Don't come to attach yourself as the reflection gets attached to the water. It doesn't get attached. It seems as though. So therefore it has to dance with the waves in the water. Otherwise it was steady. Why do you identify with the world while performing your action? Now, very appropriately Bhagavan over here calls Arjuna as Dhananjaya. Can you imagine how he would have stopped his breath also to shoot an arrow? One after another. Every arrow gets to the right target. It never misses its target. So he has that ability to hold himself, detaching himself from the rest of the thoughts. If you cannot detach yourself from the thoughts, you cannot shoot. You cannot reach the target correctly while you are shooting an arrow or a gun, right? You will miss the target. Slightest deviation of your mind from the focus of your target and you will miss it. In the same way, Arjuna would have missed his goals so many times, but it never happened. That is why Bhagavan is reminding him, you are an expert archer. For you, this is very easy. Don't miss your target. The way you don't miss your target in your life of being a great archer, so also don't miss your target of being united with your true self. While performing all your actions, remain even-minded. That is possible only if you detach yourself. Sangam tyaktva. How can you detach yourself from the worldliness? Is by doing satsang. Satsangatve nissangatvam. Acharyas tell us several times, do satsang. You will get nissanga. You will get detached from the worldly attachments. In the name of satsang also, if we want some material gain, in the name of name, fame, power, position, material gain, definitely we are not going to get detached. But actual purpose of any such activity was to become nissanga. So, day-to-day activity pushes you into more attachment to the world. If you include some divine activity in your day-to-day activities, then slowly, if performed perfectly, you can get detached from your day-to-day activity. Not becoming a non-performer, but being a performer without attachment. How does that happen? Because Sat is greater than ego, right? Sat is divine, ego is non-divine. Day-to-day activities are otherwise done on the basis of ego. Our surrender at the altar indicates surrender of non-divine at the feet of the divinity. So this was the purpose of performing rituals. This is the purpose of doing some upasana for annihilation, for sublimation of ego, which happens if done with the right attitude. If again the outcome is not being unattached or not being nissanga, then definitely there is something wrong either in attitude or in practice. So one can keep a check upon oneself while doing the daily activities related with the divine, whether I am getting slowly detached from the worldly activities or I am remaining the same. If it is the same, then I have to check upon myself again. There is no improvement. So what was the purpose? The purpose is not being achieved. The purpose is samatvam yoga uchyate, becoming equanimous in adversities, remaining equal-minded, even-minded in every situation. If that is not happening, then the practice is not bearing the right fruits. Therefore, I'll have to pay attention. Very beautiful definition of yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Because Bhagavan has been constantly telling that this karma yoga that I am telling you is going to be beneficial for you. Then the question comes, karma, I understand. What is yoga? This is yoga. To start with, this is what yoga is. If I am really connecting myself with the divine, definitely my mind starts becoming equanimous, balanced, steady, one after another. Ultimately it gets steadied, well established in peace.